Hey, everybody. Is it Friday? Yeah, I think it's Friday.
Yes.
It's Friday.
Thank you. Here we are. You have hit on the Cool Crone Oracle. And tonight's questions are going to focus on career. So if you'd like your question answered, put hashtag career in the chat. And then if we call your name, please let us know you're here by putting your question in the chat. So that'll kill two birds with one stone. All right.
Mhm.
So put hashtag career in the chat. We go to pick your name. We're going to use the fickle finger of fate. When your name is called that you won, then go in and tell us what your question is. Got it? Okay,
Got it.
good. There will be a quiz in 20 minutes on this
Yes.
to find out if you did it right or not. Okay. Okay, everybody. So I'm just going to let all of my guests introduce themselves because they're just amazing like that and they can talk. So here we go. I'm going to start with Marina. Hi, Marina.
Hello, Colleen. Hello, everyone. Yes, my name is Marina with Heart Centered Tarot. And I hope that you will check out my channel and go over and subscribe. Having said that, what's going on? Next week is going to be a fairly full week with different shows scheduled. So make sure you go to the YouTube page, scroll down under the posts, and I generally post my schedule for the week so you can decide which shows you want to catch. And next Saturday is the members only get together. So if you are a member on my channel, make sure to send me your email address so I can send you the invite. And that's easy. It's heartcenteredtarot@outlook.com. And thank you, Colleen, for having me back on this wonderful show. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, thanks for coming, Marina. I always enjoy reading with you. All right. And Val, how are you?
I'm super. And I
Great.
am very excited to be here because I love the Cool Crone Oracle show and the energy everyone coming together creates. And I just want to let everyone know that on dragonflycrystals.store, you can now sign up for a bunch of classes. And there are 10 spaces, folks, 10 slots only for
Ooh.
Arthur and Val live on Zoom. You get 10 minutes of reading from both of us, each person. So we only, the first 10 people, so jump on it quick. Dragonflycrystals.store. And yeah, I hope you look at the classes you can take and sign up for some. They're really amazing courses, and they give you a boost in whatever you want to do coming forward. Even if you didn't use them to read for people, you are going to step forward and really take on that mantle of the new vibration coming in. So thank you.
Very good.
Perfect.
And speaking from experience, I've had readings by Val, and they are really, really good. I've also had a reading with Arthur, really, really good. So this is a bargain, you guys. Whatever it costs, it's a bargain.
Thank you.
Okay. Hi, Cleo. How are you?
I am doing good. The only thing I've got going on after this is on Monday I've got the Mystic Four, and we only come on once a month. So everybody want to jump on that, and we'll be out there 7 o'clock Eastern time, 4 o'clock Pacific time, and just looking forward to doing some personal readings, and just want to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. And I'm so happy about the new Pope that we have now in the world. And I just feel like things are looking up all the way around. Mothers and popes. What couldn't be better?
Yes.
Oh, that's really nice. What a nice thing to say, Cleo. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Gerald, how are you?
I am swell. I'm still Tarot Stash. And like and subscribe to the channel because I've got lots of good shows coming up. And I'm going to be teaching a class with Val in June. So
Nice.
people should probably look into that. But when you subscribe, you'll find out about all of the stuff that I've got coming up. And on Tuesday, Jamie and I are doing a back and forth, and we're talking about Bibles.
Oh,
So it's
interesting.
not what you think, but it's okay. Join us.
Wow. Wow. On the heels of the new Pope, and here you guys are talking about Bibles.
There you
Jeez.
go.
Oh,
Wow. Okay. Not afraid of the competition, I see.
Well, what's funny is we scheduled this 3 weeks ago. And, it's like we're psychic or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is like you're psychic. I'd look into that if I were you.
Mhm.
Okay, so for me, well, the first thing I want to say is, welcome to the new Pope. We'll just call you Leo from here on out.
mhm.
He seems like he's going to be a real cool guy. And yesterday was Mel's surgery, and on I think my Wednesday show, I had said that the thing was going on Wednesday. And let me explain what happened. My calendar in my kitchen was a day off, and I kept looking at it and saying, "God, did the town really publish a calendar with a day off every day?" No, I still had up a 2024 calendar. And I had rolled it back to May and gone, "Oh, look, there's May." So I was a little confused. I have a lot going on right now, folks. Please give me a break. So I will not be on until next Wednesday because we're trying to help my daughter get ready to move in here, which means doing a lot of stuff at my house, making room for her and putting things away, but also going up to where she lives and helping her with stuff. So busy, busy, busy here. But next Wednesday, the 14th, will be Reveal the Future. And I have not chosen the topic yet. So I'm taking suggestions whoops, sorry, I hope that didn't blast in everybody's ear. I'm taking suggestions, looking at all the comments and everything on all the posts and trying to figure out what to do. But then on Friday, we are scheduled to have the other side of the coin, right, Gerald?
Yes.
And
And
we don't know if Mel's going to be able to make it or not.
okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, do you think? I don't know.
I don't
Maybe-
know. But
Maybe you can look at that because you're psychic. So, okay. So, got lots of other shows coming up the rest of the month, but I just thought I'd mention those two coming up next week. And with that, we should get ready with some questions. So I think we have quite a few people who have typed in career.
sorry.
And Gerald is going to do the wheel for us, the fickle finger of fate. And good luck, everybody.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun,
didn't
dun,
upload
dun,
any sound
dun,
effects.
dun, dun. That's okay. I'll do it. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. S. Steele. Yay. Okay. So, S. Steele, tell us what your question is. That way we'll know you're here.
And then
Okay.
we're going to do another one.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Hey, that worked out great.
Yes, Teacher Barbara.
Teacher Barbara.
Yes.
All right. And shall we do another one?
Yeah, let's do 3. Oh,
We did, no, we'll just redo this one. So.
Oh, good. Okay, let's get me out of the way because I do have a question. Okay.
All right.
All right. So I'll put myself into the chat so you know what my question is.
And,
Okay.
all right. So I'm looking at, okay, S. Steele, I have your question. Don't have Teacher Barbara's question yet. But, here. It helps if I put in S. Steele's question. Where do you see my soul path leading me concerning a long-term career?
Okay, and I think the way we'll do these questions is in pairs. So like Marina and Val, and then Cleo and Gerald, and then me and Marina, and then Val and Cleo, and we'll just go round robin like that.
Okay.
Great. Okay. So, S. Steele, your soul path is long-term career focus on manifestation and mind control. So anything that is going to bring you into opportunities that are going to let you manifest what you want. So if you want to manifest a career that is going to maybe even focus on family relations. So anything could be counseling, could be anything in that field. I think that you're going to be happy if that's the career path that you choose. It is going to work well with your soul's path.
Nice.
Wonderful. So it's me next, right?
Yes.
So for you, S. Steele, really answers are going to be coming to you. You're going to have a lot of situations that unfold the path. You're going to have synchronicities and things that are going to show you the way, but you really have star power. You have the ability to influence, and you really have the attraction power. So these are things that are given to people who are to be in the public, to be a mover and a shaker. As far as you could take it down many avenues, but communication, creating a practice where you counsel people, because you really are the prophet. And here's another shamanistic kind of energy. It is about transmutation. This is about the energy of what you do for someone. Being in a very grounded state and giving your energy and sharing it. You're connecting with others. This is how it'll show up for you, where you are feeling like you're making a difference in someone's life, not just one person, but the many. This is a sweet spot for you going forward. This is what they're pointing toward. So it certainly agrees with Marina's reading, definitely. So congratulations.
Yay.
Yay.
Hey, I just realized that the way the rotation is going, that my own question is going to fall on me.
Oh,
So maybe I could jump in and do Teacher Barbara. Yeah.
Yep, I thought
Okay.
about that. And S. Steele said you can't see me, but I'm smiling.
Yeah.
Could I say to F. Steele, could I just add to the other two readings that you just had that I got some cards that are just excellent, that you are just in the forefront of whatever you got going on. And I got this, your wishes come true. That's the last card I get. It's the 10 of Cups. Or is it the 9 of Cups? 9 of Cups. I don't know. So anyway, you've got some great cards here, and you got it all going on, just like Val and Marina said. So just wanted to validate that.
Yes.
Okay.
excellent.
Perfect.
Okay. So I'm going to do Teacher Barbara, and anybody else that wants to join in, that's just fine. Teacher Barbara, if you're a teacher, how can you still be in first grade? I don't get that. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So what I pulled for you was the 6 of Cups. So what I'm going to say is either you're going back to a different grade level that you taught in the past, or could you actually be doing 6th grade? I mean, that would be a leap. Not that I don't think you can't do it, but you know, I don't even know if your school has 6th grade, but so that's what I'm going to say, that you can go, you're going to change. Something is going to change. And it's either going to be going back to a level that you previously taught or leaping up to do maybe 6th grade. That's what I say. Anybody else got anything for her?
I got the same thing you got.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, and I pulled a card, and it says the new children. So I think that you're probably going to maybe stay in the first grade, because that's your path is to teach the next generation. Like that child on this card is very, very intuitive, very connected. So I think that's That's where your path is.
You know, and I don't get that you're leaving the school.
Me neither. So if they don't have 6th grade, then there's some other grade though that you would go back, that you would teach.
Mhm.
Nice.
Okay.
So, and Teacher Barbara said, I love 1st grade.
Okay.
It's good.
All right. So, the Cool Crone has asked, will I get the job I'm looking at? Interview is on Monday, full moon in Scorpio that day. The short answer is yes.
Thank you.
The longer answer is the Ace of Swords, mental clarity. Make sure
Ooh.
that you are very clear to what you offer this group and this job and
Mhm.
how you are different than everyone else's. I also have the Chariot, which says determination. Sell yourself and be very clear on what you bring, and let them jump on board with that. Be very careful when you are signing contracts or anything like that, because there's a bit of dishonesty. They may not be telling you exactly the whole truth. They may not be lying, but they may not be telling you the whole story. So feel free to be determined to get the clarification that you need, and be confident in what you were saying.
Okay. All
You
right.
know, and Colleen, you know that I already knew about this new job, so I already maybe have some preconceived notions about it. But I got on my cards, I get that you're just going to score 100%. You're batting 1,000 here.
Yay.
You know, and you're going to get what you want. And the thing that Gerald just said about what might be deceiving, that might be because when you first heard about the job, it was one thing. And then recently you've heard that it's actually another. I think that's what that's all about.
Yeah, what I got to tell you, Gerald, so you know how spot on you are, is that when the recruiter called me for this, she was selling it as a training job, which is pretty much what I'm doing now with development. And she got back to me and said, no, 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 it's support and, higher level support. And I said, well, that's good because I'm kind of sick of training. I don't really want to do that anymore. But also the person who's leaving the job has retired and they haven't had to put a job description together for her in 30 years.
Oh,
So they sent over a job description that was for another support job. And I was like, this doesn't make sense. This isn't at all what you were telling me about. So we're going to talk about that on Monday.
Well, and what's interesting is at the bottom of the deck is the 4 of Cups reversed. So it's renewal. This is exactly what you need to how to feel in your job.
Yeah.
Your career.
Nice. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry, everybody in the chat, for hogging the question, but this is really important for me. And, you want a happy crone if you want to get your questions answered. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let's go on. Let's get some more questions.
All right. So hold on just a second. Let me do this. Add that. And remember how this works, people. When your name is called, then you get to type in your question.
Yes.
And that way we will know you are here.
Flora K. Flora K, let us know your question. That lets us know you're here.
And
oh, I got some nice comments in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Willow Lamachant. That's a nice name. Willow is my daughter's middle name.
Nice.
And then we have
Janice.
Lovely.
Okay.
So we're still waiting for Flora K, Willow, and Janice.
Please tell us that you're here by putting your question in the chat.
So,
And I didn't make any music when we did the thing. So I better do that next time, because I did it the first time and everybody just got right in and told us the questions. So
Yes. And we do have Willow. We have Janice. We don't have Flora yet that I see.
and so maybe we should go ahead and start with Willow.
That sounds like a great plan.
Okay.
What advice do you have for me to increase the number of people I reach help through my spiritual business this year? Ooh, what a fun question.
Hmm.
And who's answering this?
I think we're back to the top with Marina and Val.
Okay.
Okay. I think that, well, I start off with the Hermit. So I think that if you were to sit down and plan what it is that you are best at, so narrow it down so that you can concentrate on just a few things that you do really well and highlight those things, advertise those things. I also got the the Seven of Cups. So, don't try to be all things to all people. Narrow it down to what you're good at, what you're really, really passionate about, and highlight that. That is going to, it almost feels like by narrowing your scope, you attract more people. So that's what I get for you.
Okay, great. And Willow, they're saying, first of all, you have the power now, the magic to attract what it is you want. The sky is the limit. And this is what the universe is telling you. And here's what you might need to put together. I love Marina's reading. Investing just a small amount, a budget to advertise. And I'm saying if you have a YouTube platform, for instance, pay for that promotion of a video or something that will get your channel out there beyond the area that you normally hit, or pay for advertisements in a spiritual magazine, whatever that is. Research it a little bit. In fact, go to ChatGPT and say, what are the top places to put an ad for me, for my genre? And it'll come up with some, because they're saying to me that there are really beautiful opportunities when you get yourself out there. There might be a feeling a little bit of being afraid of putting yourself out there. But I love Marina's reading about narrowing down what it is you want them to get excited about. People get overwhelmed by too many titles, and just say what main things you will do for them, and they will come to you very strongly and very powerfully, because this is coming fast. Keep going. Speak up. Use that courage to step out there and put yourself out there in an ad. Use your picture and a few taglines. Boom, your website or whatever it is that you want them to connect you. This is what they're showing me. Boom, target, go. Congratulations.
Yeah, great one. I want to hop on that too. So Willow, whether you have a website or not, whether you actually use a YouTube channel or not, on Google, you can list your business and you can do ads through Google. You can list everything about your business. If you do have a website, of course, you can link it to it, put your business hours. You can put a phone number if you want, or an email address, whatever you want to put out there. And it's pretty reasonable. And Google is Google. So, if you can get yourself optimized to come up in searches on Google, then that's, like money in the bank. Okay. Anybody else?
Nope.
We got Willow prosperous now and operating well in her business. Okay, good. All right. So I think it's time for the gong. What do you think?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Don't we have, isn't Janice the next one?
Oh, yeah, let's do Janice and then I'll do the gong. I'm just always anxious to do the gong.
Yes.
And so it's me and it's Gerald and I, right?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
The question is, what do guides, angels, and cards have to say about my retiring sooner this summer rather than later? Will I be financially okay? I'll be 60 next month and 28 years teaching under my belt. You know what, Janice? I've got that you should hold on a little bit, be a little more patient here. The economy is first. What comes to mind is the economy is crazy. So that right there might make you want to step back a little bit. On the other end, it's that you're a really good teacher, and you're going to be really missed if you're not there. So if you can put in another year or two, maybe, it's to everybody's benefit because of what you have to offer. But it is entirely up to you. But I would be careful because of the economy, and you'll actually know more this summer about which way things are going to go, but not necessarily changing this summer, but with knowledge that things will change eventually. But right now, it's just so precarious. But then I do see that this is, your teaching is something that is. You do a great job. People learn from you. They like going to your classes, and so keep that in mind also. And you're only 60. You can wait a few more years, can't you? You've got so much to offer. You really do. As a teacher, you have so much to offer. So, but like I said, it's up to you. But keep your eyes peeled about how the economy is going in the United States, and that might figure into your plans of maybe not quite yet. That's what
that Clea, that is remarkably similar to what I have, because I have the first card that I pulled is the Eight of Pentacles, diligence. So you're sticking with it because I have the Hierophant reversed because you just want to be done with it. You're tired of all of it. But underneath that leads to disappointment. So I also have the Seven of Pentacles for you, which is about patience, waiting for the right time. If you can wait for the right time, wait a little bit longer. We have the Two of Wands, which is new horizons. So if you can get to the 30 years or the 32 years, depending upon what it is that you need, that, there's stick to it. Because it's just looking like now isn't the best time. So, and again, for entertainment purposes only. But yeah.
Yeah, and one other thing I want to add in there, if you can, I also feel that you probably are going to have to wait just a little bit longer, but also, what do your guides and angels say to you? What are they telling you? Because you know this. You already said, will I be financially okay? You already know that there's a little bit of what's going on there. So listen to your guides and angels. Maybe you stay in there, and while you're teaching and doing all this beautiful stuff, maybe you spend a little more energy just really trying to get information from them yourself. That might be something new that you do when you do retire, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's my 2 cents worth. Okay. Okay. So
I don't think Flora is here.
Yeah. Should we do the gong? Yeah.
Yeah. Do the gong.
All right. We're going to do the gong.
Come back to the chat. Come back to the chat. We need you now. Come back. Come back. We need you now. Come back to the chat.
Mm-hmm. And Janice says, so true. I'm just so tired and done. Love my students, but
yeah.
Well, and here's the other thing is your students love you, as Cleo saw, and you're reaching these students. You're reaching the right ones. So don't discount that.
So. Yeah, take full advantage of the summer and take the time off from schoolwork and stuff and kind of get rejuvenated, because you're still on your calling. It's really, I feel like it's, for entertainment purposes only. It's just not time for you to walk away from this. You're just too valuable of an asset to these students. So,
Mhm.
you know, but if you just had it, you know, I guess that's what you want to do. But also, again, the economy, keep that in mind, because it's going to be a really goofy economy. So you're going to need your money. But anyway, yeah, you know, I would try to stick with it, because you're really an asset. And it will, you know, if you could just get a break, I think you'd be rejuvenated and want to go ahead and you get your energy back. You wouldn't be so tired with it. Take a trip, you know, get a you know, a new vantage point on this. And
Hell, take a nap.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you've been working hard, I mean, it's summer break, so you know. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, so let's see who our next three are. And again, people, if you want to be entered, type in #career, and then when you're pulled, or when your name is called, like Socks 1961, Socks will be putting in their career information or their question. And Lisa.
Nice.
Bella Vance.
Mhm.
Okay, and then
Lovely.
gotcha, Lisa.
Wow, lots of teachers in the room.
Laura
Laura.
Cizak.
Lovely.
Okay. So Socks 1961, Lisa and Laura, please put your questions in the chat so we know that you're here. Hi, Viviani.
Hello.
And we have Lisa. So should we start with Lisa?
Yes. And that's going to be me and Marina, right? Okay.
Yes, I think you're right.
I'm leaving a teaching job to move to Massachusetts. Will I find an art teaching job there? How long will it take?
Gotcha, Socks.
Okay. All right.
If you're ready, Marina, go ahead. I'm still.
Okay. I think what I'm getting, Lisa, is it's going to take a little longer than you anticipate. I get temperance, so be patient. The job that you want is out there. It's just going to take a little bit of work to get to it. Do not take the first thing that comes along, because it's going to turn out to be more of a burden than an asset for you. So, you know, be conscious of what it is that you want, and be very clear and specific on the kind of position that you want. Be patient, and don't talk yourself into taking something that is ultimately not going to be in your best interest. So I understand that probably financially, you know, you might want to jump on something a little quicker than maybe you should. So be discerning in what it is that you want, and be patient. That's what I get.
Nice. So I got something completely different. I got the Magician and Death. So I'm saying that this move for you is really profound. This is a profound moment in your life to make this tremendous change. You have a teaching job, but you're leaving it and you're moving to, I'm assuming it's another state, that you don't live in Massachusetts now. But will you find an art teaching job there, and how long will it take? Well, Marina's probably right that, you know, something might pop up and you might feel like not too much else has popped up, so I'm going to take it. But consider this. you're going through a profound change. Might your profession also go through a change? Might the skills that you have take you in a slightly different direction? Look at the world, right? The world is in profound upheaval, profound change. Think of all the people right now who have just been laid off, not just from the government, but people working in all sorts of industries are also losing their jobs. So there's a huge shuffle of talent. People are going to be using their skills and talents in different ways. So I'm going to say that you may consider doing something slightly different than what you normally do for your career, and that you're going to have a friend help you get that position, because I also have the Six of Pentacles, which is the card for helping hands, generosity, all of that. So don't discount it. Don't stop looking for the art job, right? I mean, I would look for that, but keep an open mind and keep an open field of a feeling of allowance in your life, that there might be something that's even cooler than teaching art that you can do. So that's what I have.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right. So hope that helps, Lisa. And then, okay, so we do have Socks, 1961. I have a job offer for a great company. It means I can collect my pension and continue working, but no benefits for 3 months. Should I do it?
Mm.
Well, I know what I would do. I would do it. I would do it. And I would take a little bit of that pension money, pay for some health insurance or whatever you need for those 3 months, and just go for it. That's what I would do. But I'm not your reader tonight.
Yes.
So make your own responsible decisions.
So it's Cleo and I, right?
Yeah.
So, you're going to need some perseverance to move through this. But you will finally, get through that 3 months, and you have that going forward. Go the distance. It's absolutely what they're saying about it. And financially, just position yourself so that you don't spend excess money during that time. If you can, budget for that, because it's an opportunity that's going to give you new experience, something really good for you starting. And also, you're going to be looking at new horizons, planning, progressing, your self-confidence, freedom, and looking at the future. Making plans. This is going to open up opportunities for you. And it is about leadership and responsibility. There is a lot coming forward for you, and that you are an intelligent person who can speak your mind, and clarity and conciseness is really important to these people that you're going to be working for. So really break free from where you are. And go ahead and make this connection, because there's something about it that is bringing you a lot of bigger opportunities, and in some ways a sense of peace for the future. There's something here that's going to give you a foundation going forward, where you feel at ease and you're able to create and do what you need to do to feel like you're contributing. So I hope that helps, Socks. Thank you.
Yeah, I see this very similar stuff of what Val's talking about for Socks. And also that, I mean, you're really on top of your game anyway. You're really good at what you do, and you'll be a benefit to these people if you decide to work for them. And as far as the no benefits for 3 months, I've got no problem. Hey, you're going to be set money wise anyway. And it's so, and I do think it will be a, kind of an inner thing for you. You really benefit from it, almost on a spiritual level, of just like because you're going to get a lot of alkaloids. People are going to be so glad you're there, and and you know what you're doing. I can't believe what great cards I keep getting, actually for everybody, but this one's really good, especially about the money, about the benefit, no benefits. I don't think that's going to be a problem. I think that the money is there, that you either have money saved or you're going to be making a little more money, and it's just really not an issue. And that benefit thing will probably, if you end up staying there, I don't know if it's something that you want to keep working with, but if you do stay there, the benefits will change and you'll get benefits. And the other thing I wanted to mention today is I see a lot of people over in the chat section that everybody's tired and exhausted, and Janice, I think that we just read for she was having trouble. Keep in mind, it might not be your job that's bringing you down. This economy, this political climate is just so exhausting. I mean, and it just changes so fast, and all these horrible things are happening, and it's exhausting. So it might not be your job or what's going on at home or anything. It's just this climate is so, you can't keep up, for one thing. I can't. I don't think anybody can. It changes so fast, and and we all get angry because we know some of these things are so wrong about how immigrants are being treated and about all these people losing their jobs and stuff. It's just, it can be really depressing. So make sure that the thing that you're tired of is clearly like in Janice's case, she's tired of teaching.
Right.
That it might be other things added to this, that because I do see her as somebody that needs to a real benefit to her profession. So there's just other things in this world going on that we're all getting tired.
I want to jump in there, Cleo, and agree with you and say, what's making everyone tired may be something you can't put your finger on. You're just tired, but you don't realize it's coming from mass consciousness, this chaos energy, and all the energy coming in. You just feel this way, and you want to pick something that makes it so. It isn't. You can't. It's just happening right now, and to not assign it to something in your life is important. Just let it flow through you, because it is going to shift. So I like that, Cleo. Thanks for pointing out not to find something like a job to assign that responsibility to, but because you're going to carry that with you. Even at the next job, you're going to be tired because the stuff is still going on. Yeah.
So it's very important. Sorry, go ahead, Cleo. No, go ahead.
I was just, I'm glad that Val, kind of brought her 2 cents into this, because she says it better than I do.
No, I don't.
Anyway, so what were you going to say, Carl?
So I think it's very important that everyone out in our listening audience, everyone should be practicing good emotional and spiritual self-care. You should routinely every day look in the mirror, look yourself in the eyes and say, I love you. You're perfect just the way you are. And you got to keep doing that until you don't laugh when you say it. Right? Because at first you're going to be like, you're perfect. Who am I kidding? It's just really, it's hard to say at first unless you are really there. So just keep doing it. Just think of it as giving yourself a nice, happy joke and a laugh at the beginning of the day. But eventually you'll just be like, I love you. You're perfect just the way you are. And you'll mean it, and it'll feel really good. It raises your vibration to do that. Laughter also raises your vibration.
Absolutely.
Practice surrounding yourself with white light anytime that you can. Practice surrounding other people with white light. Like if you see someone who's getting yelled at or something, just mentally put a little bubble around them and send them some love, maybe some pink heart energy. Just always try to think of the most spiritual thing you can do in a moment that's shitty, because that'll take you out of that shitty moment. And try very hard to give yourself a break. Play with the dog, meet your friend for coffee, or have them over to your house for coffee. Interact with people you really, really care about as much as you can. because that raises your vibration and it makes you feel good and it makes you feel stronger and it makes you feel like you're not alone. And feeling alone is part of what makes you sad in this environment, because it is so tough to get through this stuff alone. But if you can talk to people, not just like once a week, I'm talking like as many times a week as you can possibly do it. Talk to people on the phone, reach out to people that you haven't seen in a long time. If you connect with humanity, it'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
I also want to add, for the real hardcore, the caregivers and the teachers and that burnout, there are support groups, there are professionals who can offer assistance. And if you need that, do that.
Yeah.
I like what Colleen said. I think it's really important to practice that good self-care.
Mm-hmm.
And when that self-care is not quite enough,
yeah,
it's okay to ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
Strong people know when to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. Okay, so we're on to Laura's question, which isn't a career question, but that's okay. Is it you and me, Gerald, or is it me and Marina? It's us? Okay. All right. So I pulled some cards, so I'll go ahead. These cards don't make a lot of sense to me, but I'll just talk to you, Laura, and maybe they'll make sense to you. Something around your life is coming to completion. The cycle is completing. And I don't know quite what that is, but it brings out a new cycle where maybe you or people around you are planning things. So could that be having babies? I don't know, but there's a planning stage here coming up where people are waiting for something to mature. Sounds like a pregnancy to me, but whatever. And then I have the Four of Wands, which is a celebration and a lot of happiness. So I'm going to say that there's a chance that there might be some cool stuff coming up for you. And it's not just a new cat. Okay. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah. And yes, while this isn't a career and some people can make a career out of being a grandmother, I think it's a really important thing to spend some time in recognizing all of the stuff you have and not just necessarily wanting. I mean, you can want to be a grandmother. I completely get that. But, consider everything that you've done to help get you to the point of wanting to be a grandmother. I'm not sure if that makes any sense, Laura. Because it's also a really good thing to it's interesting. I have a paradigm shift, which is the Hanged Man paradigm shift, but then I also have clashed interests. You may want a grandbaby, but others may not want to have a child. So I don't know if anybody else has something to add to that. I'll take that as a no.
Okay. Moving right along. Well, Laura, there you go. You got picked and you got your answer. Okay.
Right. So
D, Anomi. Okay.
Pretty kitty.
Okay, and then after D,
I don't know any other parts of that song.
That's good. Maggie W.
All right, and then next one.
Cowbell.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Question in the chat. Let us know you're here.
And Laura did say, sorry, I joined late and didn't hear the parameters. These times make me nervous to bring a baby into his world. So
Yes.
that you were accurate. All right.
Okay, so Kelbell answered us. D and Nomi answered us. And I'm looking, did Maggie W say anything yet?
I have not seen Maggie W.
Okay, so Maggie, don't make me bring out the gong, Maggie.
Not the gong.
Obviously, it really pisses me off to bring out the gong. So
Yes. Yes. So D, left a good but high stress state job for a role with my former employer. I think I made a big mistake and thinking of returning to my old job in a less stressful role. They take me back. Stay or go.
this is me and Marina, right?
Yes.
Sure. It's your show.
Sometimes I wonder, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, D, what I'm getting is you left that high stress job for a reason. And sometimes just jobs, just like relationships, once we're gone, we tend to forget some of the things that made us leave, and we look at the position, you know, well, it wasn't so bad, and you know, there was all these good things, and we tend to romanticize what we left. So in this case, should you go back? That's a decision that you're going to have to make. What I got was the 7 of Cups. Don't go back with the illusion that, you know, that the stress isn't going to be there, that the position is going to be so much kinder, so much better. Be honest in what it is that you're looking at. I also got the Hierophant, which is about it's about tradition. It's about you know, doing things a particular way. So if you're looking for someone to tell you what to do, that's not me. That's a decision that you need to make. The cards that I'm getting are just saying, you know, be realistic in what going back might do and what exactly you're going back to, and remember why you left.
Yeah, I would echo that in spades. I get a very similar feeling here. And you do need to kind of look yourself in the mirror and say, okay, before I decide that I'm just going to chuck this, why did you leave that other job? And really go back there. Think about the last week on that other job and what was going on with you. Because if you do decide that this job is really not working and you do think it's a big mistake, you know, catalog for yourself why it's a big mistake. What is the big mistake? And then if it really is, then I would look for something else. I wouldn't go back. I just wouldn't go back. You did get the Ace of Swords. So if you wanted to look for something else, you'd probably have some good luck with that. Remember what I said before. It's a huge human resource shuffle out there.
Yes.
It's just it's like shuffling cards as far as jobs and people go. They're just all getting thrown all over the place. So it's a big one. It's a little bit like the way jobs reshuffled during COVID. It's a lot like that. And probably the same numbers, right? Just a lot of people leaving jobs, being laid off, getting new jobs, people creating new jobs, people losing jobs, other things opening, you know. So there's a lot of possibilities out there. Those aren't the only 2 jobs in the world.
Yeah.
All right, that's me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did anybody else have anything to add to D's? All right.
Okay. On to Maggie.
Maggie. Yes.
Oh, we're going to Maggie. I thought we were going to Kelbell. Okay, I'm looking.
Were you all ready for Kelbell?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's do Kelbell and then we'll come to Maggie. Okay, Cowbell says, want early retirement. Don't have enough dollars. Job not easy. Stressful. Should I hang on for 3 more years to qualify for some health insurance discount if early retirement will still work in something fun? Okay.
I did all the cards for Maggie.
Okay. So,
Well,
so
you
you
stick with
do
Maggie,
Maggie.
and I'll pull for cowbell.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
So, Cowbell, an early retirement, personally, from what I'm getting, it's like, no, probably not a good idea right now. We don't have enough money. And I know the job's stressful. You could try to think about a different job. I don't know. But yeah, you should try to hang on in not necessarily the same job, but hang on employed for a while. Plus, when you want to retire, but you don't have enough money, but you seem to have this period of 3 years where you could actually make a change that way. You might want to try to, create a big savings, or I would say investments, but this is such a terrible time to do that. Or maybe get a hold of some financial people and find out what you could do to make it so that when this 2 or 3 year period is up, you will have more of a nest egg and something to rely on. Because right now, if you retired right now, it would be a struggle. It would be really tough. So, you've got a couple ways to go. Different job, maybe it would be less stressful. But then hanging on for 3 more years, it says that you would qualify for some health insurance discount. That's a good thing. That's money in the bank, actually, when you have something like that going on. Or, and then I don't know exactly what this end part means. Early retirement will still work in something fun. And it sounds like whatever you're working in right now is not that fun. Yeah, if you can hang on, I get that towards the end of, hanging on for another year, 2, 3 would be if you can stand that, that would be the best thing to do, because then you come out looking good. You come out in the end as Yahoo, I made it through this. And like I said, you don't have to stay at the same job, but you don't want to cut off your income, because then you'll have a whole different kind of stress. Like, how am I going to keep a roof over my head? So yeah, that's what I think. Stick with it. Stick with working for a while, and also think about more getting together with some financial people that can help you to. You don't have to have a ton of money to do this either. Financial people can help you to take, a little bit of money each month, and I don't know how they do it, but they can help you so that you have more of a nest egg in the end, and then you won't be so freaked out.
Cowbell said early retirement would still have to work, but would try for it less stressful. I'm trying to make my current job less stressful, training boss.
Ah, okay.
Which is interesting, because that statement goes very nicely with what I have, because I have new horizons. You are exploring other options, and you're also trying to train your boss on what they should be doing or could be doing, because it's going to make it less stressful for you. It feels very much like there is a disruption, Cowbell. So I'm not sure leaving now would be the most healthy thing, or the most beneficial. This is where you get to put on your King of Swords, and you get to be rational and go in for that. Okay, what's the rational thing to do here? Because there are going to be moments of truth that are unfolding for you, not just with your job, but also with where you would like to go next. And as Cleo talked about what's going on in the world, this is just a temporary delay for you. I have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. It's a temporary thing going on. And I hope that's helpful. It's one of those things that I think 3 years is temporary. if if you can do that. But I like the idea that you're training your boss. So.
And I also see that if she sticks with it a little while longer, within, by the end of the year or going early into next year, then you'll be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel as far as finances and where you're going to be able to go with this. So keep that in mind. I just think that if you walked away from it right now, you'd just be like, oh my God, now, something fell through and the economy's gone crazy and I can't even afford to buy milk and bread, because it's, because of these tariff things. It's just screwing everything up. It's screwing up everybody's retirement, by the way. So anyway, that's what I think, but good luck for you. I, hope you decide to make the right decision and things work out okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one.
Okay. That was great. So Maggie W, finally. Hey, they came right in and you're going to go, what? They said, they gave me an image of you sitting like in a metaphysical bookstore giving free tarot readings, free intuitive readings. It takes no time at all to learn how to read tarot and just get the cards that have the
words on them.
The words on them. You're just using those to give you the impression of the intuitive hit. And yes, you are intuitive. You have all the clairs, so don't worry about it. So this is what they're showing me, is to just go to some metaphysical bookstores and say, hey, I want to donate my time and give free readings. Give the gals there or guys some free readings and show them what you can do. You could be doing this if you don't read already. You could be doing this in 2 weeks. I mean, it doesn't take any time. Take one of those free tarot courses. They're on YouTube. It is fast. And you know what? You are going to feel like you are really helping these people. This is a natural thing that is giving back in this time when people need help and they don't have money to go for a big, expensive reading. You can really assist them. This is something that is going to benefit the shop to draw people in. Hey, at 4:00, free reading, whatever time you want to do it. And you'll just rotate a few bookstores and you'll have your little part-time niche going. Don't be surprised when people want to come and get paid readings from you after they get a few, because it'll end up expanding and mushrooming. And the other side venture that they want to tell you about is volunteering at animal shelters to be one of the people that come in and walk the dogs and play with them and give time in the shelters to those animals, because you have a lot of animal communication skills, a lot of ability for that beautiful communication both ways, where they are going to feel nurtured by your energy. So that's a really powerful thing for you. And it is about your presence. It is about your perspective of going through life as someone who is giving back. You're really on the hero's journey. It is all about that alignment in your perspective, not the ego, but the higher self, the journey. You're being initiated into this. This is coming into your mind and awareness. And they're also mentioning the Akashic records. So, I mean, if you are inclined, you can also learn to read the Akashic records and give mini Akashic record readings. I happen to have a class coming up. You don't have to take it from me, but you can at dragonflycrystals.store. It's coming up in July and it's only $49. And you will read the records after. So that's my mini ad. And I'm excited for you, Maggie. That is so great that you're willing to come in and share your love and energy with others, giving back. So congratulations.
Yeah,
Awesome.
really,
Wow, Val, that was a great reading. That was
that
really
was.
great.
I've got a few things about Maggie too that she just got it going on.
She got it going on.
Yes.
You can do anything you want. I just got great cards for you, and it all works no matter what you decide, where you end up going. It's just something about you. It's all within with you, and your spirit guides. They are just like, hey, it's not a problem. She can do what she wants.
Yeah.
We're right here. She knows that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it all ends up really good. You benefit from it because you get a personal spiritual
Satisfaction of helping others.
Yes.
yes. And then the people that you're working with, they're just like, when they get done working with you, whatever it is you're doing, they feel a sense of accomplishment because of the way you handled the situation. You got it. You just got it going on. You're going to be great at whatever it is you want to do, part-time, full-time, anytime. It ends up all positive no matter which way you go with it. So way to go. We should all have these cards today.
Yes.
I mean, really.
Yeah. I must echo what Val and Cleo have said, because yes, I pulled a card and what I got was the economy, and the message with that is know that your needs will be met.
There you go. It's just, and the money's going to flow even if you weren't asking for money at the beginning. It's going to happen.
Yeah. You start off by volunteering, by donating your time, and all of a sudden the funds are going to start coming in.
Yes.
Yeah. Fabulous. Whatever you want to do, Maggie, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so great. You guys are great.
Yeah.
All right. So should we do one more round or does everybody have to get going? Are we okay for one more round? Take us
I'm
about
good.
15 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Norm.
Norm, he may not actually want a question because he did say, didn't have a career question, just wanted to pop in and say and do hellos.
Okay, so let's just roll it again then.
Okay.
Oh, Katie and Proud. Yay.
Right. Katie and Proud, let us know that you're here. And then we have
Judith Julette.
okay. And then one more. Oh. Norma's still here though. So Shay Ryder.
Nice.
All right.
So Norm, do you want a question or not? I'm so sorry.
You really should stop smoking all of those cigars and cigarettes and dancing around the bonfires and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it's like that.
I think it's all that sage. It's just like
There you go. Okay, so Acadian Proud is here. Judith, I don't see, and Shay, I don't see. Oh, I see Shay. Thank you, Shay. And Maggie W said, thank you all so much.
Yeah.
You're fabulous and have made my day. And Norm says, sure.
okay.
But not going back to work. I'll star you, Norm. So, who do you want to have go first?
Acadian Proud.
All right. I have 2 years until my retirement. Do the guide I see the staying with the same organization during that time, even if my job changes, while working on my novel.
Mm.
Mm.
I think that's for me and Marina.
And Judith, I see you.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. I'm ready. So,
Good.
Acadian Proud, if you need to stay at the job for monetary reasons, then you can stay. Stop worrying about the novel. I see you have a lot of anxiety. We got the 9 of Swords here. So stop that face. Stop it. Just stop it. Okay. Because behind that, you have the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So clearly, this is a work of love, and you're going to get lots of benefits from it. It's going to be, it's going to be a well received novel. So, yeah, don't worry so much. Get that face off. Don't worry so much. If you're comfortable in this job and you don't mind staying there, and even if it changes, yeah, stay there. I mean, give yourself some security. Stop worrying. Stop it. Stop worrying.
Yes.
Okay. That's me.
Yes. And I echo that. I start off with the 8 of Swords. Don't put yourself in a position where you're going to, whether you realize it or not, limit yourself. Or in other words, don't put limitations on yourself, right? Just let it go. Things are going to work out the way that they're supposed to. I did shuffle and I got the economy again, which is don't worry, you'll be taken care of. So don't put roadblocks in your own way. And what you feel that you are going to need to spend time on, you're going to spend time on. So it's more a case of that the more that you try to control things that are going to happen, the more that you're going to find that things are slipping away. So relax, you'll be taken care of. It's going to be fine, and just go with the flow. So you're 2 years until retirement. It's okay. It's 2 years. It's not 22. Yeah.
Says I need the pay.
Marina.
Work of love. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we're on to Judith.
Yes.
I'm
Did
sorry.
we get hers? Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Happily retired, but wanted to know if my son is going to move back to Ottawa for his job. Okay.
It looks like he is, because whatever it is, if it's the same job and I don't know if he's in the same position, but something around that is ending. And maybe that's the significance about his move. But really, the energy is opening up for him when he does this transition. And he's going to have a lot of recognition and good things coming his way once he does take this job opportunity or continue it in Ottawa. So yes, I see that working, because right now he's got a lot of burdens and responsibilities, a lot of worries and things in his mind going on, a lot of sleepless nights. So this is going to be good for him, and so I hope everything works out. Thank you, Judith.
Nice.
I'm feeling kind of the same thing, that he's just back and forth. Just,
yes.
I'm definitely going to move. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm not quite yet. Well, should I? It's back and forth. If he does do it, it's going to be a good thing.
Yes. After all that, I have the good fortune coming in. I have the star. I have, he's got really stable and good cards coming in after the transition of that.
Yeah, after he finally makes that decision to do it.
Yeah.
Because I got the same thing. The early cards are like,
Yes.
wow, I just don't know. It's feeling
Yes,
like a heavy
exactly.
burden. Do I really want to make this
Yes.
move, or do I want to
Yes,
stay
it's
where I'm at? It's just craziness there. But once you do it, it looks really good, and it looks
Yeah.
like the move would be to his benefit.
It would be. It looks like it would be. Absolutely.
All right.
Shay,
All right. Shay. Here's Shay.
what is next in my career? I've been involved with so many marginalized populations and work currently as a mental health therapist for my red state, telehealth. I am crispy burnt out.
It's an image.
That is an image. That is.
That really paints a picture of where this
It
person
paints a picture, doesn't it? And meanwhile, I'm looking for some crispy fried chicken, but
She can just break off one of her toes and give it to you.
Yeah.
okay, now I'm not hungry anymore.
You're welcome.
Shay, I'm sorry that you're crispy burnt out. That's really hard, especially because of the continuing to see all of the things that you're not able to change, and you're working hard at. I mean, you have this desire to and enthusiasm for helping all of those groups, the marginalized groups, and it's just what's happening is there's so much instability, and it's really disheartening. And so I guess I want to encourage you to, as you are thinking about what's next in your career, I'm wondering if there is an opportunity for you to okay, next thing in career, I got the Ace of Pentacles, which is always a good card when it relates to career. And this says potential. Part of me is, oh, you're federal employees. Oh, you're federal employees. Yeah. So I think one of the things that there's an opportunity for you is pay very close attention to what's going on, because things are moving rapidly. And when something happens and there's a little bit of a doorway, you see a bit of light, then jump on it. I got the Knight of Wands, swift action. Okay. Work on that. Work on that. Shift your attention. And I have the Five of Pentacles reversed, which is resilience. I'm not sure what it is, what you need, Shay, to help reset, and to, other than some lotion because you're crispy. It's a joke. Sorry. I mean, I'm not in light of the difficulty. I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of therapists, and all good therapists have a therapist, somebody who can help them. And I am also going to go back to what Colleen was saying, is that we need to make sure that we take care of ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves, look at ourselves, do all of those affirmations, and honor the way we're feeling. Because if we're not seeing it, we're ignoring it, it's going to gnaw away. So it's like, may have apt to work with state job again. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, that's what I have for you, Shay.
Okay. So, Shay, I'm going to say, I'm guessing you're a bit of an empath, and that's a big reason why you're feeling so burnt out. So you need to go to Sterling's channel and look at all of his homework for people who need to, think about how to handle themselves when they're empathic, because it's extremely important that you not only practice your own self-care, but that you protect your energy. Not
Yes.
really yourself. It's not like you're trying to protect yourself from people and not from the people that you're helping, but you do need to protect your energy and not just absorb all of their energy, because that's, I'm going to say 50% or more of what's burning you out right now and making you feel so crispy. You can't take on all of their stuff. And I know you know that in a therapeutic sense, but are you doing that in a spiritual and emotional sense? Or are you letting a little bit of it slip through, or a lot of it slip through?
Mhm.
So the cards I got for you is helpful people. There are people that you can turn to, like having your own therapist. You're ready. You're ready to figure out what the problem is and attack it. And reconsider the idea of even backing away from your position when it's so needed. And I don't want to guilt you into keeping it, but still think of the empathic ramifications here. And from a different oracle deck, I pulled a card, and it says perspective. Evaluate beliefs, bird's eye view, observe your reactions. So by maybe getting, and if you have a therapist, maybe you need a new therapist.
Yeah.
Somebody who can help you get some perspective on what's going on, because something in your process right now is not serving you. So you need a new process. You need a new way to be that. And that might be a shift in your career. That might be something different in your career. I'm sorry, I don't get a bead on what that is, but I do understand that right now you have this to look at. So look at that. Okay. I hope that helps.
Well, and also she's a mental health therapist in a red state.
Yeah.
God, what could be worse?
Yeah. Hard.
Yeah.
Super hard.
Super hard. Super
Oh, yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
So we have Norm.
Yes.
So
He's repotting right now.
He's repotting.
yes, but he's retired, so
But is he repotting plants or is he repotting himself?
Oh,
Oh, it might be both.
oh.
And so it makes one think about what is the meaning of the word repotting.
Oh.
Well, anything about Norm is always good.
Yes.
Nothing but high energy, good vibration. He's a people kind of person.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Norm. I mean, just when I see his name up over here on the chat, I'm just like, oh, good, Norm's here.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
Me too. Okay, so I'll pull an oracle card for him. You guys can do whatever you want for him.
Okay.
Oh, this one jumped out. Here we go. Green Terra, supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Kind of like roots, right? Cords are being cut.
Right.
Move beyond limitation. Trust. That's what I get for you, Norm. You're protected.
I got the Hanged Man, new paradigm.
Oh.
I mean, Norm, if you don't have glasses like that or goggles, please get some. Please get some and have that smile on your face.
Yeah.
Love it.
Mhm.
Yeah, do that.
And I get King of Cups. You're a lovely guy, whether you realize it or not. You're a lovely guy. You're connected. You're in touch with your feminine side. You know just the right thing to say to people when they need it. You're just great.
Yeah.
You're just
Yeah.
great.
And that repotting is all about your offerings to Mother Nature and the elemental kingdom. It is really a beautiful gift you have, that is even something you are doing, and that extends into the elemental kingdom. So there is a lot there that you're doing as you're repotting.
Very cool.
And I already kind of said my piece about Norm, but again, Norm, you're just a wonderful person. We love it when you come on here because your energy is just good energy all the way around. And so your potting plants, they'll probably be great.
Yes.
They'll probably be good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. All right. Well, we did it, folks. We did what we set out to do.
We did it.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Any last thoughts? Any of you psychics? Anybody getting the world is happening?
Be patient. Be patient. Be positive. Take steps forward every single day to get to where it is that you want to go. And yeah, just be positive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, things are weird. Things are going to get better, but we got to work through this for now. We got to ride this ridiculous wave that somebody in this country has created. So just keep on keeping on. It's going to be okay in the end. We're going to get through this.
Mm-hmm.
Be okay in the end.
We will. Gerald, anything from you?
Thank you, everybody, for being here, and be kind to yourself.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody stay in the light. Give yourself love. Give those around you love. Know that you're not alone. All of us crazy psychics on YouTube are with you.
Yes.
Right.
We are your tribe, and we're here for you. So, all right. With that, I'm going to say sayonara, and we'll see you next month for the Cool Crone Oracle on, drum roll please, while I change this, June 13th. So the Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
Yeah, the theme for that one is family.
Oh,
On Friday the 13th.
Oh.
Okay. All right, everybody. Sleep on that for a while. See you later.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.